Hi everyone, my name is Alexa Altchek. I am a current categorical pediatrics resident at the Boston Combined Residency Program at Harvard University, which practices at Boston Children's Hospital and Boston Medical Center. Prior to residency, I completed my medical school training at Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School in New Jersey, where I served as a student member of the admissions committee and a student interviewer as well. So I got a peek behind the curtain on what makes a successful medical school applicant. Prior to medical school, I completed my undergrad at Harvard University, where I was a Division I varsity athlete on the softball team for all 4 years. I grew up in New Jersey and did all of my prior schooling in New Jersey public schools as well. In the future, I plan to apply to Pediatric Gastroenterology Fellowship and become a pediatric gastroenterologist. In medical school, I had a large focus not only on medical education and admissions, but also in service to the community. While I was in medical school, I developed a unique mental health and wellness curriculum called the Wellness Warriors Workshop, which I worked to implement in the local public high school in the 10th grade health class curriculum. For my work on this project, I was awarded a distinction in service to the community, a distinction in which I graduated with. Furthermore, I worked at our student-run primary care clinic as a student physician, providing primary care to the local individuals of New Brunswick who are undocumented and uninsured. I also, as I mentioned, served on the admissions committee as a voting member, as well as a student interviewer in the MMI format. And in addition to this, I served on the Student Government Association as a vice president of wellness and advising, as well as a member of the curriculum committee, creating curriculum change and reform for the pre-clerkship years. I was a recipient of the Robert Wood Johnson Dean Scholarship all 4 years for academic achievement, as well as a Rutgers Rising Star Scholar upon graduation. In addition, I received multiple scholarships and grants throughout medical school to fund my training, so I'm very passionate about connecting individuals with scholarship and grant opportunities to decrease some of the financial burden related to medical school training. As it is well known, medical school is a very difficult and arduous process. So the first things that I think are required for success in medical school are hard work and dedication. If you've made it this far, you've already shown that you have those skills and have that drive to be successful in medical school. In addition, I think time management is a really important part of success on the medical school stage. But in addition to those things, I think it's also really important to have a strong support system in friends, family, mentors, coaches along the way. I would not have been successful in my medical school journey if it were not for these individuals, and also for taking care of myself. Mental and physical health are extremely important, and being able to prioritize those and take the time to take care of your mental and physical health throughout medical school is imperative for success on that stage. My approach to consulting in the medical school and the residency space is unique because I am very person-focused, and I believe that this admissions consulting is a very personal process. Everybody has different aims, goals, everyone has different strengths, and playing to those strengths is what makes me unique as a consultant in those spaces. I believe that everyone's process is so individualized and unique, and everyone deserves to have an individualized, unique consulting experience as well. It will be a great opportunity for me to get to know you, what makes you special, and what draws you personally to med school. In addition, I am detail-oriented, but also focused on the big picture, which I think is really important in applying to medical school and residency, being able to speak about what makes you special, as I mentioned, but also in addition to focus on all of those little details to make sure that your application is perfect. I think my greatest strengths as a coach or consultant are my welcoming and friendly nature. This is a team effort, and I'd like to think that I'm an important member of the team or family in your life, helping you take these next steps and achieve those goals. I think what's also really important and special about me is that I am very task regimented, and I have very high skills in time management, which is really important in such a complicated process. I will do everything I can to work with you and to create a great therapeutic relationship and mentorship relationship to help you achieve every single goal you set out to achieve. I am passionate about helping medical students enter the medical school stage because I personally am the first person in my family to go into medicine. And it was extremely important to me throughout this process to have mentors, to have coaches and people that I could talk to along the way, because it is a very difficult and specific process. And so it was really important to have people in my corner. I would not be where I was without the mentors that I had along the way that guided me through this process. And I'm really passionate about providing that to other people. I also really want to play a role in shaping the future workforce of physicians of America. I think it's really important to have people that are dedicated, kind, patient-centered, and I can't wait to have a role in making you one of the future physicians of America. So thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you and working with you and helping you achieve everything you set out to achieve.